how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. So, before I bought my Aprillia, I had a BMW XR. While I had that bike, I agreed to do the summer solstice ride. So if you're not sure what the summer solstice ride is, it's basically a ride from the most easterly point of the UK to the most westerly point on the longest day of the year. That would have been absolutely fine on my XR. But literally a week before it happened, I bought my Aprillia. But I didn't really think it through very well. Wanted an Aprillia and decided I'm going to buy one. And then thought, I've actually got a long ride to do. So I need a sat-nav. I did use a sat-nav. I use my phone, as I do pretty much all the time now. The problem that was, I didn't have anywhere to actually charge the phone. Obviously, I haven't got a tank bag on the bike. So yeah, I had to have it onto my mount and it absolutely annihilated my battery. As you probably well know, using your sat-nav on your phone, it does absolutely kill your battery. So I basically wanted to put a power socket on the Aprillia. Now after looking online, it turns out that the Aprillia actually has power already for a USB socket behind the front dash. If I show you this, so if you don't know if you can see this, just about here, there's a little black cap. Behind that black cap is a wire where you can install the USB that fits here and plugs into the bike. Now I find that a little bit annoying because you spend a lot of money on this bike and Aprilia obviously spend a lot of money designing and making the bike and making it as absolutely awesome as it is, but yet won't pay out like an extra 20 quid like I've had to for the USB connection. This is it, simple little thing, comes with obviously the plug, the USB connection there, and then a little like rubber mount thing that goes in that little pocket. That little thing cost me 20 quid. I'm not really sure why Aprilia didn't pre-install it because, well, it's there, it's ready to go. Just for an extra 20 quid or maybe even 10 quid for them, maybe even less. Just install it. Obviously I do plan on going around this bike a lot more and it's just quite nice to have a sat-nav. I am today going to install the USB charger. Now I have looked online already. It looks really, really simple. But if you follow this channel for a while, you'll know I am not the most mechanically minded or technically minded person in the world. And I don't generally do stuff on bikes if I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. Well, today's one of them days. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's just I've watched other videos and it looks simple. So, as I do with all my little sort of garage videos, if I can do it, then anyone can do it. So, today you're going to join me either soldering the Aprilia up or I'm going to be able to install a USB power socket so I can charge my phone. I don't really know how this is going to go, but we'll see. As always, with all my garage videos, first things first, I need to get myself a cup of tea. So, I'll get myself a cup of tea and we'll crack on. Cup of tea. Oh, if you're wondering why this is covered up with a bed sheet, it's because the missus has already said that's it, she's done for riding, she's a fair weather rider and she ain't gonna ride anymore this year. So I'm waiting for a bike cover to come because this bike is now immaculately clean. It is literally spotless. I spent ages cleaning it, so I wanted to keep it clean. So yeah, I put this over the top of it for the time being until the bike cover turns up. It's full of gingerbread men, look. It's a good mug. But don't take the piss. Don't. So apparently, first things first, I need to undo that screw there, and undo a screw. Oh, just hit my head. And undo that screw underneath there. Do apologise, it's a little bit dark, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I've already dropped one. It's a good start. Ow. Oh. Yeah. It would seem this is too big. It's not really a problem I tend to have normally, but screwdrivers, I'm talking about screwdrivers. It's alright, panic over, got a little one. Screwdriver, little screwdriver. Get your head out of the gutters. You're better than that. All the screws are out. Let's have a look then, shall we? Apparently, there should be a wire behind here somewhere. Is that it? Oh, look at that. Wire. Now, why didn't they just install that before anyone has to do all this gumph. Right, let's get the USB port. One USB port, in theory. This should just connect into that. Stupid moment. This has actually got a little protective cap on it. So before you try and do what I just done, make sure you take the protective cap off, okay? USB, plug her in there. Connects up. Right, before I mess around, I'm actually going to try this. Make sure it actually works, because I don't want to put it all back together and turned out it doesn't actually work. So, get my keys, I'll be back in a minute. Oh, thought I'd best get a wire as well while I was out there. Sling my key in, plug her in. Need my phone. Phone. Charging. We have success. I've just got to try and put it all back together again. Better turn her off. So this little cap, remember that little cap there? That, by the looks of it, just pops out. Oh, just that. And then this somehow will go in there. That's not going to be the easiest thing to put in, I'll tell you. But so I'm going to presume if you look at this little rubber bung thing, it's got the sort of outline around that. I'm going to presume, because I'm a man and I haven't looked at the instructions, that little edge will sit in the edge of that. So let's try and bung that in there. I haven't got the most patience in the world, so hopefully I don't break anything. Oh, there you go. That wasn't actually too bad, was it? It's quite simple. Right, so now I need to try and put it all back together, and hopefully it all works. So obviously, some of you might have already noticed this, but it would have been probably easier to feed the wire through that hole before I kicked it back up. So I could just undo that again. Feed that through the hole. Right, just for clarity, I actually ended up taking the rubber thing out of the plastic thing because it was just too much faff, too much hassle. So, so I took it out, fed the USB port through the rubber bung, and now I've got to try and put that back in here. It is a bit of a faff, I'm not going to lie to you. That was the most faff I've ever encountered, I think. So to try and get that little rubber thing through the hole where it should be, as you can see, with the USB port in it is absolute pain in the arse. But it's in there now, it's secure, it's not going anywhere, so we shall carry on. So I'm going to plug her in. Now I suppose obviously you've got to bear in mind you don't want to get the wires caught up, so it's a matter of just manoeuvring them into position. Also, when you put this back, make sure you put it the right way around. It's in position, plunk the screws back in. One thing I will say is just bear in mind that these screws, I don't know if you're able to see on the video, but these screws, one is longer than the other two. You see that? So just remember which one goes in which, because currently I've forgotten. So I'm just trying to work it out. Right. For your benefit, your longest screw is the one underneath here. Your two short screws are that one and that one. Long screw is that one. And like I said earlier on, get one of them stubby screwdrivers because this is a right pain in the ass. It's all good. Have a closer look. So that is how it looks when it's all installed. Obviously I'm going to need to polish up that black, to be fair, but let's pull the top off. Plug your USB in there, attach it to your handlebars, and you have some power. Ring, ring. Ring, 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 ring. Take this. Ring. Apologies for the interruption on the phone call, but the installation is complete, it works. Like I say, it's a bit weird that Aprillia didn't obviously just fit that in the first place. I mean, it would have took them probably seconds to do in the factory. But it is what it is. It's not a hard task to do. I mean, like I said, if I can do it, then you can do it. It's really not difficult. Just in case you're wondering, I got my USB port or plug, whatever you want to call it. I got it off eBay. It cost me like, I'm sure it was like 20, maybe 25 quid, I think in total. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, go on eBay. They're all on there. It'll be the end of the video. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it comes in handy for you. And I shall see you on the next one. Catch you later.